Everybody, this is Wadey G with the G-List Society, and just want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure you check out the website each and every day at www.glstsociety.com and follow us on Twitter at G-List Society. Well, on this phone call, I got a really special interview for you guys because, I mean, y'all should be seeing this advertisement I've been putting up every week about this wonderful trip that's coming up for Memorial Weekend, and we're going to hope that you got your tickets already. But if not, I got my friend and celebrity publicist Ra-Fael Blanco on the phone with me to talk about the trip and, you know, let us know what's going on with it. So I want to say welcome to Ra-Fael. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How are you? Thank you for having me.
Man, everything is good, and, you know, like I said, I'm just glad to have you here. I think this is my first time ever interviewing you, so this is really cool.
I think so. I made your top 40 list of 2012, so that was a great honor to look it out on that. Thank you.
Yes, I mean, you know, because I felt like the need to do it because I was going to do it in 2011, and like I told folks, I didn't feel like I really paid attention all around what was going on, so that was my goal to do in 2012. And once I did, I said, you know what? People really, I mean, I see a lot of people look up to you, and, you know, you're a very personable person everybody wants to be around, and then, you know, you're making moves for celebrities and that we all are fans of. So I said, yeah, he has to be on this list.
Good looking, man. Thank you.
Definitely. And one question about that, because you're a publicist, so you are the one getting interviews for your clients and stuff. Have you ever been interviewed recently, or how does it feel to be in that position?
I have. I actually just did a photo shoot in regards of in regards of a show that's getting ready to come out that I am part of. So, you know, that's kicking off, and obviously can't give too much detail about it, but it's something that, you know, most of the time I'll just fall back and I just let the artist or the client, you know, get their shine on, and people are like, oh, I want to talk to you, I want to see, you know, see what it is that you do on a day-to-day so that it can inspire others. And I'm always down for that, but it just depends on, one, if the client is not around, so that I don't take away from what the purpose of the interview or whatever is. So I'll let the artist be the artist. And, you know, as a publicist, you just fall back and do your thing. It's like, talk to me next week kind of thing. But it's a beautiful thing. You know, I love what I do. And I'm thankful and blessed. So it's to live it and still be in it after 16 years. It's a blessing, and I'm thankful. So
you ain't lying. 16 years, and obviously you're very passionate because you're keeping it going. So we see you. So we're gonna talk about this trip that I've been promoting on the G-List Society. People have been asking me about it, and, you know, we got a lot of people who are interested. It's a new trip. For those of you who have not heard about it yet, and you should have, subscribe. But Memorial Weekend, there's a wonderful trip coming up in St. Maarten. And when I was introduced to it by Ra-Fael and Biff Warren, man, I said there's no way I could turn down being a part of it, because it's a unique destination and everything. And I said, tell me more. And the more that they told me, the more I was engaged. So, Ra-Fael, I'm giving you the floor to let everybody know why they should come to St. Maarten.
Well, I mean, technically, it's a continuation of a destination festival that we established years ago, and we obviously used to do it in San Juan, Puerto Rico, which is where the name San Juan Brothers came from. So, you know, we did it in Puerto Rico many years. Did what we did is obviously for the grown and the sexy, and established this level of event that, you know, whomever went for the first time wanted to come back the second time. It's you know, filled with celebrities and filled with things to do, and you go home and your pocket is still with the money that you came from, because it's not about, oh, I'm gonna charge, $100 on the day of whatever to go to this club. It's very much so just come, enjoy the different events that we're producing while on the island, kind of situation, and meet new people. And that's basically what we did for several years. Then we stopped for a year. Well, for about 2 years or some change, and then we took it to Cancun, and there was a whole, health scare, whatever. We stopped. Needless to say, we're back. We're taking it to the island of St. Maarten this Memorial Day weekend, and we are extremely excited. Not only is it just on Juan Brothers present, but now the new brand is called RXM Live, which SXM is actually the airport code for the island of St. Maarten. So we just wanted to just add that and, turn it into our thing. And, people are extremely excited about it. And so are we. I'm actually getting ready to go there in a couple of weeks to do a quick run through. So I'm excited. I haven't been to the island. So this is going to be like my first little introduction before all the guests start showing up. And then I can, be like, okay, now let me show you what I learned, and we have, events from, we never necessarily talk about the events because we try to make it not a surprise, but more so of a moment, more so of an excursion, more so of a destination festival. You just get there and just, be prepared to be entertained for the whole weekend. And that's basically what our motto is. It's not about what artist, what celebrity is there. You'll see them when you get there. And you don't know who's going to be there until you get there. So, I think that's the element of surprise that we like to add to it. So, in a nutshell.
Absolutely. And like you said, you want to keep everything a surprise or, give it that element. Can you talk about some of the people who came to the San Juan and, the San Juan Brothers trips in past years so people can have an idea?
Right, we've had from Radiga to introducing Keisha Cole, to Angie Stone, to Shanice, to Latoya Luckett, to even Marcel, and the list goes down and down and down. And then obviously some of our other partners that we've had through the years, meaning Bombay Sapphire, and 1 year was Tangeray, and one other year was Smirnoff and Heineken. So every year there is a different element added to it. And that's what creates the excitement. And, we're working literally every minute until we get onto the island, preparing for that moment. And then obviously it's a whole nother work moment when you're on the island. But that's what gives us the satisfaction to say we worked our asses off, but we delivered. And ultimately, that's the goal. We want people to come, have a good time, and meet new people and create great relationships and great memories and be like, yo, I'm coming back.
I mean, apparently because, I've done trips like that before where we go to a nice getaway, especially outside the United States. And for those who are listening, I tell you the experience is one in a lifetime because you're in an environment where everybody is friendly with one another. You don't have to deal with the typical club vibe. I mean, everybody's just coming to relax, have fun, party, drink, and all that great stuff. With that said, I mean, the question people are going to have is it going to really put a dent in my wallet? And, I mean, when you broke down how much things will cost, I said, to me, absolutely not. It's like going to any other trip that's going on during this holiday weekend. Can you elaborate on what people should expect to pay for?
Totally. I mean, I know that the airfare obviously would vary based on wherever people are coming from, whether you're coming from Chicago, New York, Miami, wherever. It's going to vary going into the island. I do know that there aren't many flights that go into St. Maarten on a daily basis. So obviously, that's an issue right there. But as it comes to the hotel, it's a very much so straight up fee. It's a $139 for your whole inclusive weekend, or if you want to do the whole breakfast moment and your whole alcohol unlimited, because it is a resort. basically it's $189. So the fees are not going to change. So you know exactly what you're paying for. Even up until the day of arrival, it's not going to change. More so, what I would encourage people to do is, to go get your flights, because that is what goes up and down. And obviously, that's something that we can't control because that's all on the airline, not on us. But the hotel is going to say the prices of the hotel is going to stay the same. And, and that's about it. I mean, there is a $25 wristband charge that we do if you pre-purchase it via the website prior to arrival, or during registration, it'll just be $50. And that wristband is a different wristband than the wristband you get at the hotel. The hotel is strictly the hotel wristband. That's so they can monitor who comes in and out.
Our wristband is $25 to $50 to attend several parties over 5 days. I mean, that's $20 to $50 get you into possibly one party. You know what I mean? So
Right.
mean, and that's why I wanted you to stress out the numbers and stuff like that, because I know when people think of traveling outside the United States, they probably guessing it will cost them double or quadruple than going somewhere, statewide. So $20 and $50 to party for 5 days, and then if you get the higher grade hotel stay for under $200, you get to drink all day and night. You get to have breakfast. I mean, dude.
Right. And most of our events will be off-site, which is why we felt the need of not including the lunch and the dinner portion of it, because a lot of our events are going to be off-site during the day. So some of those things we're actually taking the cost of and making sure that people do have their lunch and that kind of stuff. So, it's a moment that we provide, and obviously some of the events that are not even at the hotel, there will be an open bar kind of situation that we would have already worked out. Now, club moments, that's a different thing. Obviously, that's on the island, but you're not paying no more than $20 to get into the club. Like, it's that simple. You are on an island. Most of the clubs are actually on a beach, and it's that kind of atmosphere. So, there's tons of different restaurants that people will be able to go to and experience that, and just the whole weekend, basically everything that the island has to offer. So it's a good situation, and I'll ask people just to come with an open mind, to be prepared to just have a great time and not expect what this one is doing or what the other one did or did not do. Just come. If you're here, come with the mentality you're about to see what Rubaiyat is. You're about to experience the San Juan Brothers RXM Live experience, and that's that experience, and that's all you can go by for that moment. And we'll be there for 5 days. We have from sneaker parties to toga parties to white parties and a bunch of other different things that, we'll save for a better moment.
Definitely. We forgot one large detail, too, because when you told me about this, I said, man, no way. Is that 5 days, we're not always going to be in St. Maarten. Aren't we going to be in a couple other islands?
That is correct. On Monday, which is the day that we normally do the catamaran trip, that day we're actually going to the island of Anguilla and the island of St. Barth. So we're taking an excursion to basically visit 2 other islands while we're on our island. So it's just, the finale, and still a little cocktail reception that evening. So there's always a moment until you leave. Whether you leave on Sunday, whether you leave on Monday, or you leave on Tuesday, there is always going to be a moment, and that's what it's about. It's that experience that we pride ourselves in, and that's what we're excited about. Honestly, that's what, I'm like, my conversations with you is like, I'm just hyped because it's just like, it's good. It's always a great feeling of people checking in and not knowing what to expect and then leave or find you on Facebook and whatever. And it's like, oh my God, even at the rest of the prides or whatever throughout the year, you run into people. And of course, you meet so many people at your event and you're in the zone, but then they're like, oh my God, I just want to thank you because I had such a great time. And you're like, oh, hey, what's up? But throughout the whole year, everybody just to hear that, oh, I had an amazing time. I did not know what to expect, but you guys showed me a different moment is a good feeling. It's a very good feeling. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's what it's all about, and it's just great to have that thing going on for us, people of color, and I mean, even though it's not just limited to us, but the majority is going to be us, and that is great. So,
Totally.
so what website do they need to go to make sure they get? I mean, they're gonna get the information from the G list, but just in
Totally.
case, well,
No, they could
what is
definitely
the
get
website?
from.
Let them know. RX,
They can go to
RXS Live.
Yeah, they can go to www.rxm Live. That's Ralph, Sam, Xavier, Mary, live.com, or you can go to www San Juan Brothers, and that's SanJuanBrothas.com or .co. And you'll be able to learn all the information. It just depends on your computer. Like if you have a Mac, then you can go to San Juan Brothers, but if you don't, then you can go to RXM Live. It's a weird thing, but nonetheless, you can find us. And there's a lot of information just by Googling it because the press release is already out there, so we're easy to find.
And just to make clear, everybody, yes, it is SanJuanBrothers.com, but the trip is in St. Martin. So make sure you got your flight to.
And don't forget your passport. You need a passport.
oh my God! Please get your passport. Don't wait until you get in the Bay to get it.
Exactly. Go tomorrow. Go to the post office, pick up an application, fill it out, go take your nice pictures, and if you don't have it, and just get on that plane, and we'll see you on that island.
Awesome.
Get your flights, and then get rooms, and get your wristband, and it's going to be an amazing time, and I can't wait to whomever comes to experience. And see all the hard work that we have put into it.
Awesome. Well, what I always do whenever I have somebody on the line or, on an interview, I hit up my subscribers and see if they got any questions. And I got a couple of questions for you, and I'm going to tie it into one.
Oh, no.
They're from two different people. Actually, no, this is a really good question. This is about your 9 to 5, or actually for you, you're an entrepreneur, so it's 24/7. But one person wanted to know, what does it take to be a publicist? And the other person asked, do you ever get sleep from being a celebrity publicist? Because I guess that's what it meant.
Right. I don't know necessarily if I can give you the definite answer of what does it take to be a publicist. I do know that it takes drive, it takes ambition, it takes falling in love with whatever kind of genre or whatever kind of product that you are yourself to represent. You got to own it. You got to know it from top to bottom. You got to know. As I was coming up in the industry, I always was taught, know your product. If you do not know your product, there's nothing for you to sell. There's nothing for you to promote. So I would definitely say have that ambition, and then obviously make sure you keep relationships. And I understand that, things happen and, whatever, and people's egos and all that other good stuff sometimes get in the way, but it's all about relationships. And just, own those relationships, cultivate them, and know that, sometimes you may not need this journalist at this moment because that may not be the genre that that you're representing, that they're dealing with. But ultimately, you're going to need them in the future. You want them to know you as much as you want to know them. So, I mean, that's in a nutshell. Obviously, I can go on and on. As far as do I ever sleep? No, I have insomnia. I'll go to bed at 3:30, and then I'm like up at 6:30, checking my phone, checking my email, and then obviously around 8:30, I start getting really sleepy. And then it's a problem because I have to get up and do whatever it is that I have to do. And that's just being home. While on the road, definitely there's no sleep. So,
right.
But it is what it is. It comes with the job. I love it. And I look at it as, I sleep when I die. Because as long as I'm doing what I love doing and being thankful for it, and as long as I have that passion for it, then I'm okay. Because I'm going to get my sleep sooner or later.
Absolutely, it's working well for you, so you're doing it, man.
Thank you.
Well,
and, I just want to, send a quick shout out to our other partners that are just as yourself working with us on this event, and that being Nathan Hale Williams, Muse Magazine, Urban Socialites, Meltdown Productions out of Charlotte, Lou, and of course the G List. And and of course our brand, the RXM Live brand. Thank you, and thank you for all those, all those followers that either have been to some One Brothers event, or that are knowing about us through you. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you there.
And you know what? We're glad to be a part of it, and looking forward to 2014 after this one is over.
And actually, you can purchase 2014 while you are on the island. If you're having a good time, you can actually purchase a day. Your first night of 2014 will be sold on the island while you're there. So if you're loving what you're seeing, if you're loving whatever, and you're like, my friend wanted to come but couldn't come for whatever reason, you're like, let me just book it, and you'll be booked at the same rate for next year.
Really? Okay. Well, you guys, I'm sure some people going to be start purchasing there, because it's going to be a fun trip. I'm foretelling it, okay? I'm going to be there, so it's definitely going to be fun.
And if not, there's always liquor. And if not, there's always liquor. So we're going to make it a party. And it's going to be great, great surprise performances and appearances that we are developing right now, and in great partnership with big brands. So it's going to be a moment. So if somebody's looking for something to do and not do the typical stuff this Memorial Day weekend, do the math, check other hotels, check other places, and be like, you know what, let me just go to an island for 5 days and have a good time. And if that's the case, then come see us. We'll be there.
Excellent. Well, Ra-Fael, I want to thank you for being a part of this interview and telling my listeners and viewers about RSXM Live, St. Maarten for Memorial Weekend. You guys, make sure you hit up their website, RSXM Live or SanJuanBrothers.com, because if not, you're going to miss out on a wonderful trip, and you're going to hear it all from me, see all the photos and everything, and you definitely going to want to be there in 2014. So don't wish you were there, just come. So
we'll see you there.
Definitely. Oh, and again, I just want to say thank you, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you're going to have to come back so we could talk some more.
We'll definitely judge it on up. It's all good.
Oh,
I'll be glad.
Right.
I'll be glad.
Well, you know what? We need to do like a video interview with a couple of martinis.
We'll do that from the island. We'll save it. We'll save that from the island. I'll be down for that.
Let's do it. All right, man. Well, you have a good time, and I will talk with you later.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you so much.
All right, peace.